And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in business once again with a showdown between the Vampire Counts, who shall be led by Lady Karstein. And today, my friends, we face off against King of the Dead and his dreaded Vampire Coast, who shall be led by Celostra. Really catching me off guard here, man. It's really strange seeing the Vampire Coast, of course, without their, invocations and Luther Harkin and Noctilus, but nonetheless, King is certainly a hero of the people, and it is going to be the battle of unusual lords. Now, as far as my army goes in the front line, we do have zombies, one unit of the Sternsmen, and I have to say I was certainly not expecting Queen Bess, so these Sternsmen are not going to be long for this beautiful old world that we all love here. So frontline zombies and the Sternsmen, we have double Banshee, Cryptor is backing them up as well. I just wanted to try them out. I don't normally bring them here, but I figured, hey, they have good mass, they're armor piercing, they have poison. Let's try them against crabs and big monsters, which I know that King loves to use. So it's going to be double Cryptor, Banshee, double Black Coach as well. Just wanted to try these guys out and see how effective they were at getting into the lines and if they would actually be effective against some of the monsters in combat. Also, I wanted to find a build. I have builds that can beat, not, consistently, but that can, potentially beat Vampire Coast gun lines. I have builds that can beat Vampire Coast monsters, but I wanted to find something in between like this that could potentially deal with both. So you have the double Banshee to kill monsters. You have the double Black Coach to kill the gun lines with the Black Knights and Fellbats, but also maybe the Black Coaches have enough dual purpose that they can then help you win the monster fight as well. It's hard to say. Nonetheless, Lady Karstein's quite good. She does have the Blood Chalice, which can basically be a free regrowth on Banshees. And on the flanks, we got Black Knights, and Black Knights with Fellbats up in the sky. Now for King of the Dead, he's got deckhand mobs, he's got bombers in the secondary to clear my chaff, which will be very effective, but double Gunnery White on the Crab, something that I think I saw Zablaski doing quite a ways back and became pretty popular. It's really good for sniping flying lords, and they're also not terrible in combat. So Celostra, Deer Fin, Dire Fin, Thick Fin, whatever you want to call her, Queen Bess, and a bunch of halberds in the back. So no big monsters. Cryptors will help a little bit at punching through the lines, but something I have to watch out for is the consistent poke that those Gunnery Whites can actually put on Lady Karstein. She's not like super tanky. She's got less than 4k HP. Can of course heal herself using the Blood Chalice, but there's such a thing as healing caps. So regardless of that, the healing cap could be quite devastating there and cause some problems. So Fellbat's flying over, getting ready to land those bad boys. I thought about landing one on Queen Bess and just leaving the other one in reserve. King didn't have any like traditional gunline units. He's got like the bombers and whatnot, but he didn't have like handguns and those type of units. So I was like, okay, I can kind of be a little bit free moving with Lady Karstein, but he does have the Gunnery White. So against single entities and other flying units, he is going to have some pretty good poke and stroke there. In the meantime, my Sternsmen have just been destroyed, just leveled by Queen Bess. Oh, friendly fire by Queen Bess there. But the Sternsmen to the back have been absolutely destroyed. So far, Queen Bessie hasn't paid for herself yet, but she's certainly done very well. Look at this, Lady Karstein using a Blood Chalice already. I was taking a lot of damage. I'm like, let's just get it out of the way. And I do drop a Skeleton Summon on top of the Queen Bess, trying to actually polish that off. In the meantime, using Black Knights with their armor to charge in and absorb the bombers and also potentially wear through the front line. Just looking for openings and opportunities here in his lines, and we'll see what we can do. But bombers, despite the fact they're not supposed to have good AP, they still do a ton of damage against like Black Knights and anything with armor, really. It's pretty insane how good they are. So Queen Bess is still shut down. Black Knights on the far side did the same thing. But again, they're now crumbling. So in retrospect, that might not have really been worth it. But the main battle will be underway soon. Black Knights still crumbling down. We do have another Black Knight in the back who I probably in retrospect should have gone in and maybe hammered Queen Bessie right there. I did see an opening. But we're getting in there, man. Banshees are coming in for blood. Banshees will be hunting down the Gunnery Whites, which they can easily probably win that trade. Although he did use Spiteful Shot. So Spiteful Shot does imbue magic damage, and you can see one of my Banshees gets karate chopped by the magic damage. So that's the main thing, right? The magic, while active, of course, will allow the Gunnery Whites to win that fight. But once that wears off, I should be okay here. Isabella von Karstein going to be charging in, and now you can see the trade is going more favorably for my boys, as this Gunnery White is beguiled, being attacked by Lady Karstein. A lot of damage coming in. This one Gunnery White definitely taking a hammering. And the Black Coaches, now that the coast is clear, going to be screaming in here, going after the bombers in these various units. Zombies and Cryptors, of course, trading pretty well in the front line, and I think the Graveguard might have finally made it. Yeah, the Sternsmen, but man, they had a bad old time. And Celostra is no joke, man. She comes in and pretty decent in combat, has some AoE slows, all sorts of witchcraft. She can also summon the Damned Knights Errant, which also do magic damage, so kind of a cool niche application of that character here. So here comes the Banshees going in after Celostra, getting their shanks out. There's a lot of HP, 7.3. Granted, King doesn't have any healing, so any damage I do is going to be permanent, but the Song of Enthrallment is active, and it looks like he is also going to be summoning his Damned Knights Errant, which I think is really cool. Black Coach is up to 17 kills and 2 kills in this one, so not too hot right now, but just trying to methodically work my way through the bomber lines and just kind of get those guys a little bit lower, because the bombers are just devastating whatever they hit, so I really need to kind of shut those guys down. One Banshee is chasing Celostra. The other one is very trapped up amongst those Knights Errant, but they do magic damage. Granted, They won't kill it quickly, but, you know, they can still cause some damage for sure. So the double black coach is going to be going in, and this is my chance to test the black coach's prowess against some of these monsters. And so far it's going okay, but the black coaches, of course, are not going to trade well against Celastra. She's got 52 melee attack, 400 weapon strength, I think. Yeah, she's thick, and she hits very, very hard. And one of my Banshees still trapped there. That was a really cool play by King. He actually trapped me here. The dreaded Tide Call coming in, killing some zombies and Black Knights. Like Corpse Guard and company, though, were able to break through. So aside from the leadership fight and the single entity fight, we're doing pretty good at grinding through this coast army. The gunnery mobs and bombers and all the infantry in the front line are getting quite low. But on that same note, my my support is gone also. I don't have too many zombies left fighting. And, you know, of course, Lady Karstein here is just flying around in the sky, saving her zombie summons. But the gunnery whites have been putting huge hurt on her. You can see she's actually very low. A couple more shots going in right there. I think one of which did connect. And it's terrifying, man. Balance of power is pulling in the favor here of the Vampire Coast. Celastra Thickfin really giving the business here to my black coaches. And now this black coach is going to be trying to get away. The other one is going to try an escape as well. My Banshees are really going to have to carry this. So here I do get one Banshee shanking this gunnery white. I get some Cryptors back here as well, which of course will apply that poison, making the speed 34. But King responds quite well, pulling in Celastra and pulling in some Deccan Halberds, which I don't really have too many good tools for killing his infantry at this point, to be honest. I mean, I have Lady Karstein, who can summon zombies herself. It looks like Queen Bess is back online, but honestly at this point Queen Bess isn't that big of a threat, but in my head I felt like it was at the time, so I am going to be flying over and using Isabella von Karstein to actually drop some summons on the Queen Bess. It was like a psychological thing. While Queen Bess stood, I felt like I couldn't, win the fight. So we're going to be going in and dropping some summons on this beastie here and trying to take it out. Black Coach also going to be going in for the kill, drifting dangerously close here to Celastra, who is perhaps dancing about, singing a song, a little bit distracted here. But the Black Coach is going to be going in, and it looks like Queen Bessie is finally going to be crumbling down. This zombie summon should take care of it, but yeah, Queen Bess, man, she's just all over the place, causing massive problems. Here, the Corpse Guard and the Black Coach in mortal combat with the Tide of Skuld. The Black Coaches are quite good against infantry, for sure. These type of units, of course, can go down here. But I have to say, man, I really was not expecting the frickin', what's it called? The double gunnery white. It's been doing so much damage to Lady Karstein. Like, I'm having to cackle and hide in the trees now. At least my leadership is stable, so I'm not going to be taking like extra damage. I do also have a little bit of Winds of Magic left for Invocation, so I should be able to get her back up to like 900 HP, but we'll certainly see how that unfolds. One Banshee here hunting down that gunnery white, and this Black Coach here going to be pulling back there. And it's a proper scrap, man. Banshee's very, very good against gunnery whites and crabs in general, but they're able to move through their halberds, and Banshees don't have as good a mass compared to the crabs, so the King has had good control this game, right? He's been able to pull back and just get me mucked up in his halberds, and his summon was really good earlier too. Though it didn't do a lot of damage, it was able to trap my Banshee for a long time, which gave him some really ample opportunities. But Queen Bessie is pretty close to going down. 1700, -10. I guess it still doesn't affect the crumbling that much. I do have a Corpse Guard here. The Corpse Guard is going to be going for battle to fight Queen Bess, actually. And now my one Black Coach is absolutely crab slapped, going down with the 1-2 banger, man. Song of Enthrallment and Speed. Down goes the Black Coach. The other one is still alive. And here, this Queen Bessie is crumbling. And the funny thing is, he does have extra powder, so Queen Bess theoretically would like never run out of ammo if he doesn't want to. So very risky play here, but I know I'm behind. I'm like going for broke here. So I drop a zombie summon on top of on something. I can't remember where I dropped it. Yeah, like right over here. There's still some Banshees fighting, or zombies. And I'm just kind of cycle charging with my various characters, trying to pick off his gunnery whites, get that crumbling going. But even Queen Bess is still standing. -4 leadership might actually stabilize, and here you can see the big crab thickness is doing its thing. But guys, there's only one thing to focus on: the dreaded Corpse Cart. Going to do battle. Look at it. Just going over here, going after Queen Bess. Will it make contact? And yes, the Corpse Cart does do battle. And the Corpse Cart takes out Queen Bess with the steel chair. Look at that. OP Corpse Cart. Talk about a value city. Everything else in my army failed, but the Corpse Cart succeeded in its glorious, glorious quest. So at this point, it's pretty much just my Banshees and my Black Coach. I'm going to be dropping zombie summons intermittently to make sure I'm, of course, obeying the attacking rule here. And the Corpse Cart is just going to be making its glorious way over, so I think this guy's the true MVP of this battle. Granted, Celastra Deerfawn is coming in, and she's looking like she's quite hungry, going to be slapping some of her own folk. This Corpse Guard going to be trying to escape, but not the most maneuverable unit in the game, only 23 speed, and he's got a lot of monsters, man. It's quite scary. My Banshees are trapped in combat, of course. Blood Chalice of Bathori, or Bathori, I think it's used. I don't really know how to say that, but army loss is going to be hitting me pretty soon, guys, and that's going to be all she wrote. The Banshee's both full health at the end of the game, right? But in the end, I didn't have enough to kill his chaff, right? That was the problem. The bombers killed everything, and the Sternsmen. I thought the Black Coaches would do it, but I think my control with the Black Coaches was quite poor. My Black Knight youth play was very poor also, which I think cost me the game. The Black Knights got a lot of kills, but they just died to bombers. I thought they could endure it better, but bombers do a surprising amount of damage. So learned my lesson, but I think the build's good. I think this build could work. Honestly, I'd probably cut the Crypt Horrors. I didn't like them that much. I would just cut them and get like some more sustainability in the army. Maybe some more, you could cut these two and get like a Blood Knight too or something. That wouldn't be bad probably against an army like this. It's hard to say, but yeah, something to think about. Anyways, well played to King. A really, really fun match. We got to see Salastra. No Nehek November begins, I guess, here. And even though this will probably go up like around Halloween time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Anyways, my friends, you guys take care, stay safe in these dire times, and we'll see you with more content soon. Take care.